Okay, this Gebetbuch haben Sie? Christine, Gelinda, die Gebetbuch gegeben? Okay. Seite 2, okay?
Dalej zagłuszam w tej chwili. To był tekst.
Yandam baran zombo jan joram bo jan thom baran zon dolan dang wara jembe dan bara jembe tharba dan tham jen jembe bara dan jom bara jembe tham je jon zo jembe ho nam ga dan yambe sem jan dewa dan dehan dong dan dar Nirdal hana me bayang da baranzo bazanjo rambo tombaranzo dalan dan wara jembe dan bara jembe harbadan tham jen jembe baranda jembara jemba tham je jonzo jembe ho nam ga dan yambe sem jen Dewa dan dehan dong he dan da me bayang da baran zomba jan jo rambo jan thom baran zon de jan da sang ama je jan bar leng a ye zom ge wa lang khom ha shem baran da leng a ye zom ge wa lang Tê đê rê nê dông đê nhâm ma sang đa dâm dêm bà rân Lương a yê dâm nghê wa lang khô Son dên chôn đăng son dên chôn hàn la Chán chôn bà rân đàn nê chào sơn chê Đàn ngên chên son dên bèn son nam chên Rô lan bèn zê rê san Dhambara sho san je chon dang son je chon han la chan chon bar dan dan ne jab san dang gen jen son jen ben son han jen do san jen dhambara sho san je chon dang son je chon han la chan chon bar dan dan ne jab san dang gen jen son jen ben son han jen do lan ben zara son jen dhambara Manam Khandan Yambe Sem Jan Tham Jan Dewan Dan Deven Jan Dan Dembaran Jaran Dongen Dan Dongen Jan Jan Dan Davaran Jaran Jan Dongen Ben Dewan Dan Men Dava Nyeren Janan Janan Daran Dan Yon Dan Dembaran Jaran Jan Manam Khandan Yambe Sem Jan Tham Jan Dewa Deven Jan Dan Dembaran Jaran Jan Dongen Dan Dongen Jan Jan Dan Davaran Jaran Dongen Ben Dewa Dan Men Davaran Jaran Jan Nyeren Janan Janan Daran Dan Yon Lan Dembaran Jaran Jan Manam Khandan Yambe Sem Jan Tham Jan Dewa Deven Jan Dan Dembaran Jaran Jan Dongen Dan Dongen Jan Jan Dan Davaran Jaran Dongen Ben Dewa Dan Men Davaran Jaran Jan Nyeren Janan Janan Daran 他娘啦，那巴兰杰人杰。
Dijin dagi chugi o ma zawa da dangada avi kinga de zamaya jere benza sado sama manu balaya menza sado dinu ba de da de me bawa zodo kaya me bawa sobo kaya me bawa anara me bawa sawa kama sudame sudan jiriya guru hong ha ha Bawa Mazamaya Zato, Benza Sato Samaya, Mano Balaya, Benza Sato Dinova, Zohaya Mebawa, Zohaya Mebawa, Anolano Mebawa, Zazajiri Guru, Oma Bigana Dagida Hombe, Oma Zoba, Wayoda, Zoba Dame, Zoba, Wayoda, Dongbani de Dongbangan, Omle Jive, and Boji, Yashin Yajiva, Namgina, Oma, Hong, Joala, Jiva, Nomada, Yadabam, Sabamiba, the Wakivaji, Kineva, Namgada, Yamarajo, Oma Aga, Mongazawa, Namana, Adineve, Nada, Oma, Hombe, Maga, Moga, Zawa, Namana, Adinevena, the Oma, Umbezo, Maga, Moga, Zawa, Namana, Adinevena, the Oma, Umbezo, Namasawa, Dadanga, the Awa Loigi, the Oma Zambara, Zambara, Namazawa, Dadanga, the Awa Loigi. Oma Zambara, Zambara, Namazawa, Dadanga, the Awa Loigi, the Oma Zambara, Zambara, Then Dijin Sheba and Jemala Jazalo, Dijin Sheba, Sonzetan Bala Jazalo, Dijin Sheba, Kunjamala Jazalo, Dijin Jigbatam Jada, Yonzo Debala Jazalo, Sama Gilay, Jambo Namda, Simbu Shajan Sawa, Samjana Ban, Jashin Gala, Dandela, Sawa Shajan La, Dejan Devo. Shabadi Gojola, Niva Zamba Java, Samjan Lada, Shinje Gavalaye, Yangi, the Nature, the Yanda, Yambogola Shaba Bamba, Yalan Gizon, the Twaja Magic, Sarah Sola, Dangi Lula, the Lola, Yala, the Bamaje, Oma Shabo Shabo, Rhythm over the Yavara. Don't you lang in this one, dear Sawan Bigana against I me. Uncle want you to serve to her. Sabin, you may with them bashing seven with such a tamjet. Captain Barwa, Shuma, Ding, Tamjet, or Jigutan, the end under Latte, Dio, Tamjet, Dodgers, Ogation, some Tamjet, Dodgers, Tawachim. Tedagi Pansam Dojin de Tawada, Chiru, Doje Rawadi, Chiru, Ishiki, Mibum Samip. Tumbuji, Bashin, Tuba, Suma, Kolo, Yanshin, Gasha, Om made in Benzarabawa, and Benzam, Benzam, Benzapra, Kara, Panzazola, Shara, Zola, Transang, Dang, Benzazola, Anna Larga, Hong, 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 Hong. Majachimu, Chinasamu, Hibe, and Shingambu, you Benzasa do Samaya, Manupalaya, Benzasa do Gayameva was over Gayameva. Yada Sawakama Suzaman, Sudashiri, Guru, Ha, 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 Bhagavan,
So, as always, as the perfect preparation for any Dharma practice, please generate the motivation of bodhicitta, thinking for the benefit of all living beings that are as numerous as space is vast and that all have been my kind mothers, I will now receive the profound empowerment of Mahamayuri.
ane maja chenpo di da jena kwa la nya la des shu na maja chenpo di da ta ding azu gyaba de ma cha khon ne gyaba ngong ge kab la yan tene sangye number si ba ta su dur chang la so be kab ge ya ane sung du gyaba di ka la ya ta ta nam de shi be khon la nam de thang bo sangye khowan ji ni ba si du sun ba wu sung 남기 야 송제 어떤데 중도스 연티 제라 양드네 지다 사진 상바다 계제리시 라소바기 되는 맞이 첨부디 송바다 되는 상계기다 이 송바다 제수이랑 제제 된데스 루규 링부지 제도다.
As for the background of this empowerment and deity of Mahamayuri, it is a deity already mentioned by the Buddhas of the previous eons. We are now in the eon of the fourth teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, but he was preceded by three other previous Buddhas in previous eons, the Buddha Vipashyin and Shikin and Kakusanda and all these Buddhas already mentioned this deity, Mahamayuri, and later also the great powerful gods like Brahma and Indra talked about and mentioned the qualities of this deity.
되는 당 남지 시바상게 샤기투바 아니 마 예지세도 슈베갑라 되네 결혼 리스니지 결혼 리시 잡았더니 강발라 되네 주기 소ገብ네 내기 징베갑라 디가라 상게 좀레디 군가 오다나네 되네 시베 마자심부디 징아디 송네 나체 근데 군가 오경 텐나시 상계 송번나시 디파 마지심부 디 송디파 송네 결혼기 디 결혼지기 다디 토기 나받나서 타와
Bụng ơi,
다든데
sao học bác sao không?
그렇게 망고지도
So it is a very elaborate and long history already in the past. And then for our teacher, the fourth teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, the history is such that there was a monk at the time of Buddha Shakyamuni by the name Sari, and he had been bitten in the leg, no, in the foot by a poisonous snake and was lying on the ground in great pain and with the body shaking. And the Buddha's disciple Ananda asked the Buddha what could be done for this monk, for this poisoned monk. And the Buddha taught this mantra of Mahamayuri, taught this Mahamayuri practice and said, protect him with this Mahamayuri practice. And Ananda did so. And the monk could be cured from the poisonous snake bite. So that is the background story of.
아디 인도 자규디나 지단된 장담하고 싶어야 아니 지단기 샤사마야 또 베지테리언 싶어야 다디 조리디 자규나라 어다디 완 토베이나 아니 직다 네 tuknela sopa manguchi setu yada tana tene sungu di kubala sungu la nga tapche deba ya döngi neba misiba tende jiba chimbu gyada jutukla sopa tarba dan jiba jeda tende manguchi yore tene tanda di sungu di ya nge tanga shuga drupe kana kirasu maati shuga deya sungu di yada nga sha yu di tana tene nesa jiba drupa da tende sungu na shinche che yus.
And it is also mentioned that this practice, Mahamayuri practice, belongs from within the 4 Tantra classes of the Kriya and Charya Yoga and highest Yoga Tantras to the Kriya Tantra class. That is, and in connection to the different Buddha families, it belongs to the Tathagata family. Within the Kriya Tantra practices, things like bodily cleanliness and hygiene and vegetarianism, keeping a pure lifestyle is important. And as for the benefit of this empowerment, it is said that it protects from various poisonous substances and sicknesses in relation with poison, and especially wearing the protection cord that is blessed with the mantra of the deity protects from all kinds of danger and sickness, and His Holiness has prepared for these protection cords so that they are prepared for us and will be distributed after the empowerment for us. And there is a sutra related to this deity, and there's moreover taught the benefits of this practice and empowerment, that when one has this deity as one's protector, keeps this deity in one's heart, and has obtained the empowerment, no harming spirits will be seen in this world. And if someone should still try to harm you, or someone who has obtained this Mahamayuri empowerment, Vajrapani himself will split their head in 7 pieces. It's said in this sutra. As soon as her protection cord is worn, one is free from all harm inflicted by enemies and robbers, thieves, and from the elements, fire, water, and various poisons and weapons. And now that is taught in the sutra is for the benefits of this practice and empowerment. And then the transmission lineage through which the empowerment reaches us is that this empowerment is one in the collection of 50 empowerments, Drikung particular collection of empowerments that contains many empowerments from the various Tantra classes, and has been passed down from the Buddha himself until the present time, and in an uninterrupted lineage. And His Holiness says that he himself has obtained it back in Tibet from His Eminence Chizab Rinpoche.
Korea dunge number jawagi tene want tringa naro nas tene lesum jinduna yi.
So such is the empowerment that we are going to receive today, and in order to request the empowerment, we should now recite after the master the verse that says Künken Yeshe Pungpuchen, embodiment of omniscient wisdom who purifies the wheel of existence. Today grant me your grace through this treasure of the empowerment.
Repeat after me. Künken Yeshe Pungpuchen Sibe Kolo Namjongwa Diring Shebe Renjengi Zoe Dala Gandinzo Künken Yeshe Pungpuchen Sibe Kolo Namjongwa Diring Shebe Renjengi Zoe Dala Gandinzo Künken Yeshe Pungpuchen Sibe Kolo Namjongwa Diring Shebe Renjengi Zoe Dala Gandinzo. Tashamla tene ngan number takba ste tene ranzu gu number takba siala en duingi number la tene be majechemu ki sedamne ti tingdu de sanget chenju semba tamje tene shukba so damne din dunu tene rangi gyapsun do be yala da chi tsara mangbune tene sakbegi digwa shakbada ni tene shengi gewa leche bada tene jesu yiran wada sum chanjub chodo sem gebada ji gewe zakba chanjub dungwa wa yala ngabu di jinangi ngonjo tsudu tene lesum jindu nara nas.
Then this is followed by the 5 purifying practices that purify our mind stream for the empowerment. And so this verse that we're going to recite is consists of these 5 purifying points. So we visualize in front of us the deity Mahamayuri, surrounded by all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then firstly take refuge to Buddha, Dharma and Sangha. We confess, secondly, all the negative, unwholesome deeds that we have committed over so many innumerable past lifetimes. Then thirdly, we rejoice in all the wholesome and positive activities of all beings. And then fourthly, we generate the intention to attain Buddhahood for the sake of all living beings, so arouse bodhicitta. And fifthly, we dedicate anything positive and wholesome for the attainment of Buddhahood of all living beings.
Kunjo sumla
Dagyabchi Digbame Sososha Dowegela Cheirang
Sangye
Janjo Yigizung
Sangye Chodan Sojola Chanju
Bardo
Dagyabchi Rangshin Tönyi
Rabdukchir
Chanju Semni Kebargi Chanju Chogi Semni Kigine Semjen Tamche Dagin Drundunya Chanju Jojo Yon Zebargi Rola Penjer Sangye Drobasho Kunjo Sumla Dagyabchi Digbamege Sososha Dowegela Cheirang Sangye Janjo Yigizung Sangye Chodan Sojola Chanju Bardo Dagyabchi Rangshin Tönyi Rabdukchir Chanju Semni Kebargi Chanju Chogi Semni Kigine Semjen Tamche Dagin Drundunya Chanju Jojo Yon Zebargi Rola Penjer Sangye Drobasho Kunjo Sumla Dagyabchi Digbamege Sososha Dowegela Cheirang Sangye Yigizung Sangye Chodan Sojola Chanju Bardo Dagyabchi Rangshin Tönyi Rabdukchir Chanju Semni Kebargi Chanju Chogi Semni Kigine Semjen Tamche Dagin Drundunya Chanju Jojo Yon Zebargi Rola Penjer
Dola Penji,
Sangye Droba.
Sangye Droba, sure.
Chidang di da wans ya di tene keba jide sum yung do da nga kebar wan yin si ene chidang do la pumbe wan la soba yo ma re e tingi sing mongul soba yung yor de ene pumbe wan di bikse ki yo ma re tina shingi sanga do jiti wana pumbe wan da sanga wan da shirabi shi wan da wan shi basi wan shi yung yor wa就是有嘛的，到的那个开发，哇，那玩的去当，上头去提呗，那个年年个那个年了玩的够有吧，民间个玩，吹几个提，吹几个提的了也几人的做不了你这些，几百人吧，他做不了嘛，啊，第那上头去提呗，年年参观参观有吧，他那这里搞是怕的，他民间个玩，啊，yes。
So generally, as for the what an empowerment is, what it actually means to receive an empowerment, we can remind ourselves of what Kyopa Jigten Sumgön said, that the difference between the sutra and the Tantra vehicle is the empowerment. In the sutra approach, there is no empowerment in the way that conferred through Vas and so on in these 4 empowerments. You don't find them in the sutra approach. You have empowerments in the way of certain samadhis and meditative absorptions, but the system of these 4 empowerments through Vas and secret empowerment and prajna, wisdom empowerment, and the word empowerment, you only have that in the Vajrayana. So that is the difference between the sutra and the tantra approach. The function is that you, for any Vajrayana practice, you need the empowerment as a permission for practice, and after that, so that is the first step, the ripening empowerment, and the second is the liberating instruction on the actual processes of generation and completion. And from these 2, we are presently in the first step, receiving the ripening empowerment.
民间玩，第一个那是，那上个就是特别年年吃过穷呢，那年里啊，他女长嘛是过有了吧，女家的干嘛说长嘛就出牙个疼的了，他的明白吃不完，的明白吃不吃，人家的上个就是特别年年吃啊，女的种啊就，米鱼的吃，完的，基本人别个米鱼看了是呢。 人家旅个他们为先把的多亚个西的基本人不得不认识，他也是让个旅的了呗，现场的俺等俺人自己呢，你考虑个找我的了吧，我你看我找我的这样个西的基本人不得不吧，那做别人不的，让基人的现场呢，基人他我们的现场太阳下不了吧，人家基人个先把多别西的做别人不得不认识。
So it is the time of the ripening or maturing empowerment, maturing in the sense of purifying or making suitable, making us a suitable recipient or a suitable vessel for the content of the practice. We need to, so that is what a ripening empowerment does. It matures us in a way that we become suitable recipients. That is what is supposed to happen through the, for any deity practice, it prepares us to become this suitable recipient or suitable vessel. That is the function of the empowerment. Then the function of the generation stage that we, for which we get the instructions then later, is to counter our ordinary perception of the body. When we perceive our body as ordinary, then there are these various attachments and concepts of I and mine, which presents the root for samsara. And so this is countered through the instructions on the generation stage, where we learn to see our body as the deity. Then the instructions on the completion stage after that again counter the attachment that we might have when we again then become attached to this view of our body as a deity. It's again something that binds us. We're not yet again not liberated. So the completion stage is an antidote for the clinging to this perception of the deity body. Then that is the function.
The one the lecture again api shekas yorba api sna torba chi shekas na lupa torda lupa. And Pena Pumbewana Tarida, Maji Shimbugi, the Ishik Chu that Pumbewa Nismere, that the Jew the Malu in Begala, Ishik Chukandu in Begala, Toma, Jew the Jink Colonna Lebegala, Jew the Jinkolo Cambegala, Degala, and Cadadogus and Angel, Luigi Corner Sabet, Pajada Torbachi. Then the Ishik Chukun Malu in Begala, Pajad, I became Gana, Sebegala, Shakarish, and the Sabin Pajad, the Sanke Dubegu, Dubiagi, Sabin Pajad, Dunguyo.
Then when we look at the word empowerment, the Sanskrit word is actually Abhisheka, and the meaning can be explained as Abhi, as scattering or breaking up, and Sincha or Sheka as pouring into or sprinkling. And so what happens then when we receive the Mahamayuri empowerment through the nectar of the vase is that all when the nectar is poured into our body is the visualization, and it reaches the first point that it reaches is the it enters our central channel through the upmost, the top, the highest part of our body. That is the opening, the Brahma opening. From there, it enters our body. That is also the place where the highest chakra is located, the chakra of great bliss, and it fills this chakra, the nectar, the wisdom nectar from the vase that is inseparable from the deity. And as it fills this chakra of great bliss, the impurities of our body are scattered or broken up, destroyed, as the word Abhisheka implies, and the seed for attaining the Nirmanakaya of the Buddha is poured into us. Yeah, so in that way, it's an Abhisheka. The seed of the imprint is like placed in our mind stream. So in that way, something is poured also into us. Yeah, first bodily impurities are broken up or scattered away, and then the seed for the attainment of the Buddha Kaya is put into us. So in that way, it's Abhi and Sheka.
Dina muy tuje mandre be kana jamba longju kholo lebe kana nga yu kona sabe phaje tiba torda jangbache ne sangye longju zo be ku sabe phaja shuri cha.
And the nectar then descends further and fills our throat chakra. It's the next chakra, the chakra of enjoyment, and in the same way scatters the negativity accumulated through the speech and puts the seed for or imprint for the attainment of the enjoyment body of the Buddha, the Sambhogakaya. The next chakra that the nectar reaches as it descends is the heart chakra, the Dharma chakra. At that time, the negativity accumulated through our mind is purified, and the seed or imprint for the attainment of the Dharmakaya of the Buddha is placed into our mind stream, and this corresponds to the third empowerment, the prajna, wisdom empowerment. And as it descends further into our body, it reaches the fourth chakra at the secret place, and the chakra of the emanation chakra, Nirmana chakra, and that purifies the obscurations of body, speech, and mind equally, and places the seed for the attainment of the essence body, the Svabhavika Kaya of the Buddha in our mind stream. Yeah, so this is how, what is the main purpose of an empowerment, how it works, how four empowerments are conferred in relation with the four chakras, and the four bodies of a Buddha are brought to maturation.
Okay, now,
so next, please again recite after the master. The recitation is the request for the descent of the wisdom beings. That is the part where our body transforms into the body of the deity through the descent of wisdom beings, and this is requested with this repetition. Dorje Zimba, Gongsu So, Dane Drola, Pendondu, Zojin Kyola, Sodebki, Chagya Yishi, Chedu So, Dorje Zimba, Gongsu So, Dane Drola, Pendondu, Zojin Kyola, Sodebki, Chagya Yishi, Chedu So, Dorje Zimba, Gongsu So, Dane Drola, Pendondu, Zojin Kyola, Sodebki, Chagya Yishi, Chedu So.
Da shamla hakiya dila thoma dange dine omosubawa shida so adame subawa shida hang sebe kana chetamje ra shingi number ta wada shin number ta da di indu tele de kaps papa ngaran su lundi shada ta da rube pungbu ji la komne digo marngan su koregi luchirwa da yi shi la gombo shona ane shada pungbu mayimba nya lu tongba wegi lu da buchi ngala ene di latikia yin latikia ta kina samalo da di kubar yorba yer yawoje signa odina shin komse ene di jiul omgaban jambar ama baninga to khung bole wosir trebe kana ene rang shingi nene da shingamne ene yishi kupe mangbu shune char phabada buchi kina lule sibsu timsung sa kumawo tipje en kina standa gombe tamzik sembade da gentleman yishi sa di nisme kyusung sa mebana.
And the process is such that as His Holiness reads the lines or the visualization in the form of the deity, for us begins with the emptiness mantra, Om Svabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Svabhava Shuddho Ham. All phenomena are by nature, or the nature of all phenomena is purity, and that is also my nature. All phenomena are pure by nature. That is the emptiness mantra, and then we arise as the deity, where we do not perceive of our body in the ordinary way. This ordinary body, flesh, blood, and bones. That is not how we generate a deity body, but as a body of light, a luminous light body that arises in the form of the deity, as we see it here on the picture that we all received. So we should look at it well and arise in that form according to the picture. Then visualize on our 3 places: the forehead, a white syllable Om, on the throat a red syllable A, and on the heart a blue syllable Hung, and how then from the pure realms of the deity the wisdom beings descend and are invited and descend into us through these 3 syllables at our 3 places and become inseparably one with us. That is the unification of us in the form of the so-called Samaya Sattva and the invited Jnana Sattvas, or wisdom beings.
Gundo marge dabon jangu she ye nak yon karba jen sum sumba cha ye sumgi maja jugjo da chojin yun sum rembochi ngayap shu jingba kan nebar pumba zen ba nazo be gyanda kwege lo ba gekjing langzo ba be chalukje Dawala gyaba denba gidung chibra shoba teta ge dawara gawa dambara mabu tuka hung ambo zambale wazat jen dangbe ishi banam keranam nisirgi duida tekba da jen tane keranam ge longa yezo la sipsip tembara gerbe me je Mahamayuri bitaran da hung bezo Mahamayuri bitaran da hung bezo Mahamayuri bitaran yana abisha Mahamayuri bitaran da hung yana abisha Mahamayuri bitaran da hung yana abisha
And now please think that for the stabilization of this union of you with the wisdom beings, a Vajra is crossed on your head and stabilizes this union.
Wangela yumshi da shugo nga tanda shamla da wangu nyegi gyawa wangla de sumsanwe gingur namge tong jen tang en de chebaji pu en so dab sasen pumbe wandi gu nye pumba dus chebe kan ni kilas jiuru lu song sabe.
And now the actual empowerment is that we the nectar from the vase is poured into us, we should imagine, and first we request with the next repetition for the actual empowerment, for the nectar to be poured into us. Okay, that is preceded by the invitation of the empowerment deities and the presenting of offerings to the empowerment deities, after which they then grant the empowerment through the vase nectar.
That one good ne, that one good we're gonna do this you do some ya lu, they're gonna lu you gonna suck better on Pajatam Tani, and Chulama Yarkin, Rigita number Nangze we can put that we can Lovengi took an was thank you one Gunya Wala, what the Java Kirana Bichulaya, the Tim Song. Then the Pompey wanted that's how it.
So this is the vase empowerment. The vase is placed on our head, and we should think that the nectar fills the body and purifies all stains, all bodily stains, and fills our water. The nectar from the vase fills our body completely. And then it flows over at the top of our head and gathers there and forms an ornament, a crown ornament that consists of the Buddhas of the 5 families, and in the center, the Buddha in the center is Buddha Amitabha. And through the granting of this permission in this way, the stains of all the habitual tendencies accumulated with the body are purified, together with all attachment to these. Then we have obtained the permission for to practice the deity body, and we are empowered to practice our body as the deity body. That is the generation stage of the union of appearance and clarity. Next, please repeat the request for the speech empowerment.
도지 zemba
Lord Zimba, Gongsu Sol,
다네 돌라
Dane Jola,
엔덴드
Pendondo,
나기 왕굴
Nagi Wangur,
시체
Yishichi,
우줍데르바
Mudup Terva,
달라주
Dalatso,
도지 zemba
Lord Zimba,
고소소
Gongsu Sol,
다네 돌라
Nane Jola,
엔덴드
Pendondo,
나기 왕굴
Nagi Wangur,
시체
Yishichi,
우줍데르바
Mudup Terva,
달라주
Dalatso,
도지 zemba
Lord Zimba,
고소소
Gongsu Sol,
다네 돌라
Dane Jola,
엔덴드
Pendondo,
나기 왕굴
Nagi Wangur,
시체
Yishichi,
우줍데르바
Mudup Terva,
달라주
Dalatso.
아드네 로베 네 마치시모 세베 알세베 안에 투간네 난팅 사베드 제바 네 몸 사바 이 맘라와 마 아니 나디 로베 마지시모 세베 시에네 슈 키라스 마지시모 세베 투 시에드 파슈네 아니인가 담마 나니디 다들 나디 나는 나시로 나디 잡으시 왜기 나지요 은 키라스 이가 나나 팀세 니스메 시랍 죽송 나기 되고 죽송 삶에 단년보디 진전에 아이
Yeah, the visualization with this empowerment is so we are in the form of the deity Mahamayuri and the master also. Both are visualized in the form of the deity from the heart, and at our heart is the root syllable of the deity, the mam, and also at the heart of the master, and both are encircled by the mantra. So now from that place, the mantra garland then rises up through the body of the master, exits his mouth, and reaches our mouth, enters into our mouth, and descends and becomes one with the syllable and the mantra at our heart. So this we should visualize. How this is the way how we receive the mantra from the master, and also recite the mantra after him. Om Maha Mayuri Vidyarazni Hong Hong Pad
Om Mahamayuri
Om Maha Mayuri Vidyarazni
Hong
Hong Pad
Om Mahamayuri
Om Maha Mayuri Vidyarazni Hong Hong Pad
Om Mahamayuri
Om Maha Mayuri Vidyaraza Hong Hong Pad
Om Mahamayuri
Om Maha Mayuri Vidyaraza Hong Pad.
Shamla Jinjushinari, Jinjudi, Jumden Dagasung Laki, this Jumden de Majashapoti, Kirangi Yidam Sungi, and Dala Jum and Dala Neverzetus, Tangala took Nebuton, Nebuton, Chilab Narona.
And next we repeat the request for the that says an enlightened master. So we address the master who is the deity Mahamayuri and say, I will hold you as the deity, keep you in my heart as the deity, and please be so kind and grant me the empowerment.
Close to you.
I will
close to me.
Yeah, grant you are the be. Yeah, literally the second line says, please stay close to me, be close to me, and grant me the kindness of the empowerment.
Chumdendagi,
Chomdendagi,
Sunglagi,
Sunglagi,
Dalanyawar,
Dalanyewar,
Zedusol,
Zedusol,
Chumdendagi,
Chomdendagi,
Sunglagi,
Sunglagi,
Dalanyawar,
Dalanyewar,
Zedusol,
Zedusol,
Chumdendagi,
Chomdendagi, Sunglagi,
Dalanyawar,
Dalanyewar,
Zedusol.
Zedusol.
Da Chumdende, the Larian, the King Gorgala, Majishim, Larian, as a meadow, take it meadow ya people. So the sort of meadow ya, but the meadow ma could the Kiran's jewel, took out what she could from Samba. And then the Mevadaring and the Martin Kiran, Chingilapia, Danga, you would have there to shoot them materials of a cheese, let you.
So we, with this request, we should think we offered also a garland of flowers. Now, the next visualization is that we receive it back from the deity of the mandala. Mahamayuri again presents us this garland of flowers, binds it on our head, and it becomes a white umbrella on our head or over our head, and which fulfills all the. This symbolizes that we attain all the accomplishments and the activities. So through this empowerment, we have purified all the stains accumulated through the speech. We have obtained the permission for the deity speech. We are empowered to recite with our speech the mantra of the deity, and the stage of the practice that is the union of sound and emptiness, and it is also placing the seed for the attainment of the Sambhogakaya. Then for the empowerment or permission of the mind, for the mind of the deity, we should again recite the following request. Lord Jitsimba, Gongsu Sol, Dan Dola, Handondu, Bao Dorje, Lobungi, Lojo Tenzi, Kiedu Sol, Lord Jitsimba, Gongsu Sol, Dan Dola, Handondu, Bao Dorje, Lobungi, Lojo Tenzi, Kiedu Sol.
Dungi ha jikba jik ne ku pa mangbu chungne kiranzu lunga yusum timsung ne kiranzu ha gomba da ha di gi kusung tu yenden da ne kiranzu gombe ne majishim kusung tu yermesu kyusung sam en ta jingyambo des kom des kya yi kama khashish.
So the visualization is now that from the seed syllable at the heart of the master, who is also envisioned as the deity, light emanates, and it reaches the deity that is again generated in front of the master, and the deity Mahamayuri then emanates from its three places: forehead, throat, and heart, and from its entire body, inconceivably many appearances of the form of the deity itself, and in form of the mantra syllables, and the attributes of the deity, the hand attributes, and all these dissolve into our three places of body, speech, and mind, of us disciples who are also envisioned as the deities. And thus our body, speech, and mind become inseparably one with the deity's body, speech, and mind. And in this conviction, we should rest for some time in meditation then.
together was a driven to get led together, to get good and drink it, and there's some public for cut and jab. Sarandan Dawangaki and this about the Javalas over Padumi Bashan, Keram, Longa Yisum, the Timber Keran, Longa Yisum, the Majachem, Kusunto, Yemi, the Yoruba, the Taji Dingim, about the Java, Taji Dingim, the Lanyabajan, the Hindu Dambajo de Vetajo, Lada Meda Lama Yivana, Soki Charum, Zajetan Beji, Ineji Danga Vetajis and Bawo, Tajibu, Tati, can you took it just now? Gonna say Tati. 이기고는 사베트마 파자티스 제바타 토기 just now 말리바 톱 셈테 토기랑 신 세도송 주고 매는 바로만 제부치 이구트베 개바지도 차이.
So through this permission that we have received in this way, the stains accumulated with our mind are purified. We have obtained the permission for the mind of the deity completely. We are empowered to practice the mind as the nature of the deity mind, and the stage of clarity, of the union of clarity and emptiness. So in this way we have now completely and excellently obtained the empowerment of Mahamayuri, and let us conclude with a mandala offering for the kindness we received. Anurato me baba sarva sede me bra sarva karma sutsame tsitam sriya kuro ho bhagavan Madre baba mahasamaya sado om benzabne ahon shi manje seye sa
是这里莫学的用书所谓无所红，日要不知道山罗巴布，罗赞布林罗巴兰说站着面，是的罗当罗巴罗阿呀当阿呀巴着，你的样当当我们说着长度这面线，这面线见大人不知只有。把三界心都这也把马毛把也落的，可罗人不切，努波人不切，怎么人不，龙波人不切，狼波人不切，大少人不，马波人不切，德行把也不把，一把马，青蛙马，罗马，二马，没多马，多不马。那什么这下么年么到，人不知都出了那么个，也是我说他那面把小朋友们，马上我没把银行那么大把，等于估计一些俺也当，从没把咱等那么像俺那，东都我给我土地周围东都结束。现在今天老多说说起不见这些，别多张日绕理解，年代样板的三业线来面在不。印度中巴说，查查我呀那说起，上巴当结束也让所见所给我中央三大给。这所不他们这做呗，真是见我所说么超知了解满着来这把人当认真从不。那做的人的没年纪了，没给这。我这的多也他妈个这这那也满着了，你说呀命，那这这我也说微信看书，判断在我也马路中也来，站着在我也单肩给作业。这不是的么多难有见，广州人家什给我，也算这不这边八个，东国上不真也是这不天来轮着，个也这不单说，广州什给300真吧，我也望着这尊准备。推荐，这次不出现让我个天就在说，放在外面个这当不当，看也没用来的些中啊，大家马路错在地上了，你都上夜上了我不说。
숨도 가야. 막히시다. 어디 어야 세세로 있다.
Erst machen Worktag gucken, danach kommt es auf der Katastrophe immer okay?
So please, first we celebrate the birthday of Rinpoche, and then you could come and offer kataks, please, and kuvyas. Today we had a translation in 7 languages, and after finishing here, Holiness will go for the lunch to the Chinese restaurant. This is very near here. When you like to come, you are yes, please, you can join. Yes, everybody had? Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Okay. So then all together, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Holiness, happy birthday to you. Tashidele.
Oh, that's good. For the Deutsch, yeah.
Zum Geburtstag viel Glück, zum Geburtstag viel Glück, zum Geburtstag, liebe Holiness, zum Geburtstag viel Glück.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
왜怎么这样擦？妈妈得关注了把它侧了看，它就是那都是大体的一个额头的三条，妈妈得出来。
너무 숨도 가요. 아왕 거 죽인다.
Christian, die Begrüßung machen.
Oh, flower. This flower, this. Oh, 다시 다른 데 가면 그렇지. 다시. 야, 짜다 먹어.
So hat der Drikung gesagt.
Jetzt?
Jetzt?
Oh, ja, ja.
Jetzt? Fangen an. Today we had the special fortune that His Holiness, as the head of the Drikung Kagyu lineage, found the time to be with us in our Dharma center in Munich. We all are very happy to have received today from His Holiness the precious and beneficial empowerment in the female Bodhisattva Mahamayuri. We thank His Holiness from the bottom of our hearts. We strive to be a good Sangha and perform well. With the very best wishes, we pray for your health, welfare, and long life. We thank His Holiness for so important work and projects for people and nature. Despite your many tasks, we ask you to come back soon in München, and we look forward to see you again soon in our center.
Wir hatten heute das unendliche, besondere Glück, dass His Holiness als Oberhaupt der Drikung Kagyu-Linie die Zeit gefunden hat, bei uns im Zentrum in München zu sein. Wir alle sind sehr glücklich, von heute von His Holiness die kostbare und segensreiche Ermächtigung in den weiblichen Bodhisattva Mahamayuri bekommen zu haben. Wir danken dir, His Holiness, von tiefem Herzen. Wir bemühen uns, eine gute Sangha zu sein und gut zu praktizieren. Mit den allerbesten Wünschen beten wir für deine Gesundheit, Wohlergehen und ein langes Leben. Wir danken His Holiness für seinen so wichtigen Einsatz für die Projekte und für die Projekte für Menschen und die Natur. Wir bitten dich, trotz deiner vielen Aufgaben, bald wiederzukommen ins DGI nach München und freuen uns auf ein baldiges Wiedersehen in unserem Zentrum.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Dear Santa. Thank you, His Holiness.
Many thanks to our Drupon Tsering Rinpoche, who made it possible that His Holiness is with us now. As Center Director and Vajra Master, Drupon Tsering Rinpoche helps the Sangha to walk the authentic Dharma path with his love, devotion, and knowledge. He plans, makes the preparation tireless, and with great skill organizes everything so that the DGI events succeed in the best possible way. We are grateful to have you, Drupon Tsering Rinpoche.
Ganz herzlichen Dank an unseren Drupon Tsering Rinpoche, der es ermöglicht hat, dass wir sie jetzt bei uns haben. Als Zentrumsleiter und Vajra-Meister hilft Drupon Tsering Rinpoche mit seiner Liebe, Hingabe und seinem Wissen der Sangha den authentischen Dharma-Weg zu gehen. Er plant, macht die Vorbereitungen, organisiert unermüdlich und mit großem Geschick alles, damit die Veranstaltungen des DGI bestens gelingen. Wir sind sehr dankbar, dass wir dich haben, Drupon Tsering Rinpoche.
Also thanks to Drupon Palki, you are Drupon Tsering Rinpoche representative and support. She is an experienced retreat master and teacher and leads the weekly pujas and her own retreats during Drupon's frequent travels to other international centers. Drupon Palki is also a certificated yoga teacher in India.
Danke auch dir, Drupon Palki. Du bist Drupon Tsering Rinpoche Stellvertreterin und Unterstützung. Sie ist eine erfahrene Retreatmeisterin und Lehrerin und leitet die wöchentlichen Pujas und eigene Retreats während Drupons häufiger Reisen zu anderen internationalen Zentren. Drupung Palki ist auch in Indien zertifizierte Yogalehrerin.
Thanks also to Annie Sophia. In years of dedication to our center, she assists Drupon Tsering Rinpoche in editing the practice texts. She was and is active in all technical issues as Zoom administrator. She maintains the contacts with the International Sangha for our Zoom events and much more, like invitations of Lama and visa organizations. She organizes the Yamantaka Drupchans and other retreats and is an important voice in chanting. Today, Annie Sophia was in charge of the Zoom meeting for the last time. The DGA thanks you, Annie Sophia, for all, and also for the future Dharma commitment for the heart with the best wishes.
Danke auch an Annie Sophia. In jahrelanger Hingabe für unser Zentrum unterstützt sie beim Erstellen von Praxistexten Drupon Tsering Rinpoche. Sie war und ist in allen technischen Themen aktiv, pflegt als Zoom-Verwalterin die Kontakte zu internationalen Sangha für unsere Zoom-Veranstaltungen und vieles mehr wie Einladungen von Lamas und Visa-Organisationen. Sie organisiert die Yamantaka Drupchans und andere Retreats und ist beim Chanten eine wichtige Stimme. Heute hat Annie Sophia zum letzten Mal die Zoom-Meetings betreut. Das DGI dankt dir, Annie Sophia, für deinen ganzen, auch zukünftigen Dharma-Einsatz von Herzen mit den besten Wünschen.
Many thanks to the translators. Thanks to